Hello, everybody on my YouTube and my podcast. Welcome to Tell Like It Is Radio Podcast and my other podcasting channel as well, and my podcast on Spreaker.com, which is the old you versus the new you. I'm your host. Y'all know who I am by now, so I don't even got to introduce myself at this point. I appreciate y'all for joining me for this episode. If you guys like the commentary on YouTube, please hit the like, subscribe, and notification button to receive notifications of my videos. If you guys want to be members of my podcast, you can go to the podcast. You can actually become a member of my podcast. I am a certified recovery life coach. It's all about helping people on their paths, their journeys, and their purpose to a new and better you through self discovery. I help people when it comes to basically being people pleasers, seat fillers, Captain Save a Hole, Build a Bears, Build a Dolls, people that will do anything for love as far as being liked, appreciated, valued, wanted, needed, to be a part of something, to be validated, to be approved of, to be accepted, for someone to know your worth, and to prove stuff to people that basically you should be proving yourself to in the first place. You sitting up here lowering your standards and lowering who you are in order to uplift people that don't appreciate the fact that you're doing it in the first place. You're trying to sit up here and do for everybody else, and you're basically neglecting yourself. Now, I know that was a lot, but this is actually true. A lot of people are lowering themselves in order to uplift everybody else. So, this particular episode, when it comes to the old you versus the new you, do you want to continue to be in a secular world, or do you want to continue to be in a godly world? Which one do you want to do? A lot of people are thinking that they're godly people when in all actuality they're not. So there's a lot of false prophets, a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing, boy and girl that cry wolves, sirens, vampires, and snakes running around here. And it's a lot of people that are just downright miserable and they want to see people unhappy. Now, I'm saying this because through my sabbatical and the journey that I'm on, I am currently going through some medical issues that I have no idea what is going on. Like today, my ears, I got to get them checked because something going on with my ears. But the one thing that I'm learning is negativity is going to hit you, whether it's medically, in some type of internal or external way, physically. It's going to hit you mentally. It's going to hit you psychologically. It's going to hit you emotionally. It's going to hit you financially. It's going to hit you when it comes to relationships. It's going to hit you somewhere. Some way, somehow, negativity hits you. There's no way around it. And for people who are strong minded, it's going to hit you physically. If you're someone that is not that emotional, it's going to hit you financially. But either way it go, it's going to hit you some way, shape, or form, or fashion. And when it comes to making this choice, whether it's going to be the secular world, which to me is society standards, or is it going to be the godly way where you're not following everybody? You're pretty much walking to the beat of your own drum. So I was watching somebody today and they were talking about sex and talking about how a lot of women have sex because they're scared to lose the person that they're with. A lot of girls, honestly speaking, really don't want to have sex, but they have sex because they don't want to lose the person they're in a relationship with, because they're scared if they don't, the guy is going to move on. And I believe that is absolutely true. I think most young girls who have sex at a young age really don't want to have sex, but they do it because they feel as though there are other females that want that young boy, and if I don't have sex with him, another female will. What one person won't do, another person will. The problem is with that is that if we start teaching our daughters that, okay, if this little boy is going to be that quickly to go and mess with another female, then that's not the person for you anyway. But instead of us teaching our children this, we teach our children to continue fighting for something that they shouldn't be fighting for in the first place. It's just like, now that I think about it, when I was a kid, my mom told me, You need to make friends. I told her I didn't want to make friends. I said nobody would like me. And I should have stuck with that because I was right. I mean, I'm not somebody that walk up to somebody and say, "Can we be friends? You and be my friend." I don't do it. Matter of fact, I just got the phone with my sister not too long ago in Atlanta. Apparently, a beauty supply store ended up going out of business. And when I tell you, it was a bunch of hair products out there, hair that was out there. And she said when she got there, it was already gone. I said, "What time did you go out there?" She said, "About 7 o'clock." I said, "Girl, you should have been out there about 5 and should have stayed out there." I said, "If you would have stayed out there, you know how much product you could have got and how much stuff you probably could have sold." So, it's just like something like that. You don't know where your blessings gonna come from. Those people who was out there that got that stuff from the beauty supply store was blessed, because that's something that is random. The fact that the guy passed away and then they ended up evicting the people out of the building because the guy was no longer here. And the police was like, they were going to take the stuff to the solid waste management. That's where they were going to take the stuff to. And so the police like, we can't do anything until the person next to kin calls or lets us know what to do with it. So it started like about 12 o'clock. There was like prisoners bringing all this stuff out and putting it on the ground. I mean, they just dropped it all on the ground. I mean, it was wigs, everything you could find in a beauty supply store was all out there. So apparently, some people who probably was always going to that beauty supply store must have knew what was going on, because there was people out there for hours, and I mean hours out there watching them take this stuff out there. So they said nobody could touch it until the next of kin, was contacted. Well, I guess the next of kin said, "Nah, go ahead and give it away, because we weren't gonna do that. I'm taking the solid waste anyway. Let them have it." Boy, when I tell you, it was probably about a whole bunch of people with bags, carts. Man, I saw that on TikTok. I contacted my sister and I said, "Did you go out there?" She's like, "No." I said, "You ain't go out there?" She's like, "No." So I was like, "You should have went out." She said, "Girl, when I did go out there, it was too late." She said, she told her cousin to go out there, but she didn't go. I bet you're regretting it now, ain't you? But also, there was a furniture place that also was getting evicted, and they were just giving away furniture. Man, there were people out there with 8-wheelers. Some people out there with trucks. They was taking that furniture. I ain't mad at it, because if it was me, I'd have been out there with a truck too. She said she couldn't find the place. She said, "Trust me, if I could have went out there, I went out there and got that furniture." Then there was a restaurant, or was it a liquor store? One of the two. But they had so much wine and so much liquor. My sister said she was trying to find that place, but it was in a different location. So, like I said, you don't know where your blessings are coming from. You don't know where you might be driving somewhere, and the next thing you know, you see something like that happening, where they just giving stuff away because they have to get rid of it. And you're like, "Oh, well, let me go ahead and go over there and see what's going on." Blessings can come from anywhere. Anywhere. It don't have to necessarily be that you pray on it. Sometimes it just happens that you just happen to be in the right place at the right time. So when it comes to deciding on which side you taking, it's gonna be based upon you choosing whether or not you gonna go the godly way. Hey, no, I didn't hear anything. No, I didn't hear anything today. I heard he got trans. Oh, did he get transferred? Yes, I heard about it. But that's another example. Let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about Legio for a minute. I just try to. That's not true. Anyway, well, that's just like him. This man has had 9 lives and just continued to screw all 9 lives up. Now in prison. So my point is that you can't be godly some of the time and then be secular the other half of the time. You eventually got to make a choice. Which one are you going to be? Are you going to be in the secular world, or are you going to be in the godly world? The godly world is different. The godly world is a boring life. You ain't doing nothing. If you're going to be in a godly life, then that means you're not going to be out here fornicating. You're not going to be out here dealing with a lot of unbelievers as far as bringing them in your space personally. It's going to be more so the way you dress is going to be different. The way you act is going to be different. And that's just it on that. You're going to be different. You're not going to be the same as you were when you were in the secular world. And what that means is there are a lot of people that ain't supposed to be in the secular world at all that should have never been in the secular world, should have never been a part of it in the first place. As a matter of fact, I was watching for my man. This is an example of what I'm speaking on. You got women that, for the love of a man, will risk it all to go to jail. That's why when I said love, like, appreciate, valued, wanted, needed to be a part of something, to be validated, to be accepted, for somebody to know your worth, to be far as proving something to people, and then being captain, save a hoe, build a bear, build dolls, and see fillers. Yeah. And people think that is not an addiction. People think wanting love is not an addiction. Yes, it is. It's the biggest addiction of all. The fact that you got people and what they're willing to do for love, what you're willing to do to be liked, what you're willing to do to be appreciated and valued, and all of these things, that is where the rest of your addictions come from. And everybody keeps saying, well, being in love is such a great thing. It is. When you don't have to go through hoops and bounds to get it. When you don't have to risk going to jail to get it. When you don't have to risk giving up all your money to get it. When you don't have to play a fool to go get it. When you ain't got to lower your standards to go get it. So like I said, it's not that love is not a beautiful thing. It is, but it's what you're willing to do to not only get it, but to hold on to it. A lot of people lie, steal, and unalive somebody just for it. You will sit up here and give up everything for love. You will lower your standards. You will lower your intellect. You will lower everything just for love. And like I said, I get it. I do. I used to be one of them people. I used to be one of them people that I would know that somebody wasn't interested in me, but yet and still listening to my mom and my friends and all the rest of these people, they would say to me, oh, well, maybe you put on makeup, you'll get a man. All you got to do is put on makeup. All you got to do is, wear, man, I remember one time I tried to wear heels. I did. I even bought some. I bought some 6-inch heels and went to the club. At first, I thought I could walk in them. I almost broke my ankles. I said, never again. I will never, ever wear heels ever again. I'm flat footed. I realize heels are not for flat footed people, they just don't work. So I came to this realization, I think, when I went to Charlotte. Me and my sister and one of my homegirls, we going on. As a matter of fact, we're gonna be going out of town in January. But anyway, we had went out of town. I never forget it, and I looked really, really pretty. I still had that picture, but I don't. But anyway, I had on makeup. I had got a sew in because at that time I had hair, but my hair was falling out, and I decided to cut it one day and not grow it back because the fact that my whole entire top part of my head was bald. So I only had sides, but the top of it was bald, but I had hair on the side. So they would do sew-ins where they would braid it and then put the sew-in on top of it. I wore a lot of sew-ins back in the day and a lot of wigs to cover up my hair. But anyway, I went out, looked really cute, had some really cute sandals, got my toes done, nails done. I was really, really cute. But then when I went out, I noticed that nobody said anything to me. And I learned something that day. I learned that I don't care if I put on makeup. I don't care if I get dressed up. I don't care if I'm a sweet girl, nice girl. I don't care if I slap it up, flip it, rub it down. I don't care that men will never be attracted to me. That was a hard pill for me to swallow. And since I've been on sabbatical, I've been sitting here looking at all my relationships going all the way down the line from the first one all the way on up. And I realized I was never in a relationship in the first place. I realized these men never wanted me in the first place, and that was the hardest pill to swallow. I realized that I wasted a lot of time on people that was not worth me. I realized that I could have been in the military. I could have been a lawyer. I could have been so many things if I wouldn't have listened to people telling me, you gotta have friends, you gotta have this. No, I don't. Only thing I need is God. And I remember when I was in the hospital, the first time I went to the hospital, and I had to have, I think I was sick. Something happened, and I was in the hospital. I was admitted. I think it was when I couldn't walk. Okay, a little about me is I've always been the one that's been Captain Save a Hoe, Build a Bear, Build a Doll, Seat Filler, people pleaser. I've always been the people pleaser. I always was the one that would do everything to make everybody happy, and I'd still be miserable. I was the one that always made sure everybody was good, and I was the one that wasn't. I was the one that always wanted my friends and family and everybody around me to be on the same level as me, and that just did not happen. It didn't happen at all. I was the one that didn't talk for 10 years. I was mute for 10 years. So if people wonder why I'm somebody that has no filter, because for 10 years I had went through abuse. It's just that simple. I was picked on in high school. I remember when I first got back to the United States from Germany. I remember I was in junior high and this girl tried to jump me for absolutely no reason. She came into the neighborhood and I had some friends that I would hang out with, and she ended up taking all my friends from me from absolutely no reason. They started hanging out with her. And one day I was on the bus and they tried to jump me, and her boyfriend stopped and intervened in the situation, told him it was not going to happen. Y'all not going to jump this woman and you're not going to do nothing to her. And every day he would walk me to school every single day, my last year. I never was in a school for longer than 2 years because that's how bad I was bullied. I failed the second grade because I wouldn't talk and I wouldn't participate. I would do my homework, but I wouldn't participate. I remember when my teacher told my parents that I need to go to counseling, which I did need to go, but my parents went one time and that just was not happening. So at the end of the day, you try being somebody that got a whole lot of depression and basically you can't go to therapy as a kid because your parents don't believe you have depression. But anyway, at the end of the day, like I said, I never was the type of person that ever wanted to be a part of American society. I tried, I just didn't want to. When I came back, things were very different for me because I was sitting there like I talked very proper, which I still do to this day. But because I was a light skinned girl who talked like I was white, they said I wasn't black. See, that's the thing. You never know how somebody gonna treat you. I was in Germany altogether for 6 years. I never knew what racism was until I got back to the United States. That's when I found out how bad racism was. At the end of the day, I remember my great grandmother always told me when we used to come to visit her, she'd always say that we always had to fix the men's plates before we fixed our own. And we had to be the ones to cook and clean and do all those things. That men don't have to cook, they don't have to clean. All they have to do is just bring home the bacon. They didn't have to take care of the kids. Even to this day, 50 years later, I still, when I'm at my parents' house, have to fix my dad's plate and my son's plate before I even get a chance to eat. And even though, yes, my son takes out the trash and yeah, he cleans up, he wipes, he changes his beds and stuff. But primarily, we wipe everything down, and me and my mother clean the bathrooms and we clean everything else. That is just the way I was raised. I was raised as a wife. I was raised that you don't argue with a man, you don't deprive him of sex. Honey, y'all have no idea how I grew up. I grew up submissive. I grew up that way. So at the end of the day, being the fact that I grew up submissive, I know a lot about it. But at the same time, that can be a bad thing when it comes to how people treat you, though. That's the only thing about that. They treat you very, very bad because of the fact you're submissive. And the bad thing about that is you can end up going through a bunch of abuse. And yes, I did go through my share of abuse, trust and believe. I absolutely did. So at the end of the day, it ain't fun going through things and you don't know what you've done. So, like I said, a lot of people, when they look back at their life, the one thing they're mad about is not about what the person did. Because when you go back and look at it, the signs were there clearly. But the fact that you didn't pay attention to the signs that were there and they happened, you have to take responsibility for that. Because even though you wanted the person that you wanted, the problem is this person didn't want you. So even though you may want that person, and even though you may want to be in a relationship with that person, it does not mean that person wants you. Bear with me 1 second. I'm trying to do something. Hold on. I'm trying to send somebody something. Okay, I just want to make sure I send it to them. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. But anyway, like I said, everybody, I don't care who it is, when you look back at your situations, you're going to find out these people never your friends in the first place. And the only reason they dealt with you is because you had something they wanted. And it's just like when it comes to attraction. And when I started going and looking at things more biblically, I realized that I was Little Red Riding Hood. I'm on my way to grandma's house, minding my business. Here comes the big bad wolf trying to eat me. And I'm like, dude, I can't talk to you. My mama said don't talk to strangers. And then I'm like, look, I appreciate it, but look, I'm good. But the mistake that Little Red Riding Hood did was she said she was where she was going. And she had never said where she was going. Grandma would have never went through what she went through. And the truth is, the original story of Little Red Riding Hood, Grandma got eaten. Grandma actually got eaten, but they changed the story so it would be more child appropriate. But anyway, it's the same thing with all of us. When we're kids, we're on these journeys, and our parents are supposed to basically be our protectors, but they're also supposed to be our examples. But if the majority of people are having children before the age of 20, 22, having their first child, how in the world can they be the example of what being a parent is when they themselves haven't even grown up and now they have a full baby? So we got to look at things more realistically. And for a lot of girls, they don't have a problem with saving themselves for marriage. They don't have a problem with it. The problem is society is preying on young people. And it's just like I was watching a snippet of an African movie about a guy that was married to a girl that was young. She had been like 18. And so he came home and he's like, where's the food? She's like, what are you talking about? You didn't cook? No, I thought we were going out to eat. I don't cook. The girl said she didn't want to work because of her mental health. I'm like, Jesus. When did mental health be such an issue in 2024 for young people? Well, they couldn't have been in my generation. You couldn't have told your mom I had mental health issues. She'd have been like, you ain't got no mental health issues. You better get over it. Whatever you're dealing with, you better get over it and not. So, like I said, different generation. I'm a Gen Xer, so I'm just like. But at the end of the day, like I said, when you are at, and really how all of this stuff comes into fruition is when you hit rock bottom. It didn't hit me until I got into that situation with Nature Boy. I am not gonna lie. That's when all of this hit home for me. When people were trying to expose me, I'm sitting here like looking at all the stuff they're posting, and I'm just like looking at it like, do you not realize you're actually giving me great therapy? You don't realize when you expose somebody, do you know it's great therapy to be exposed? And let me explain why it's a good thing to be exposed. Because, honey, that's your therapy. This person is your therapist and pretty much bringing all this stuff out about you. And you're like, well, dang, I didn't realize my life was so interesting. And I'm just tripping because I'm like, I didn't think my life was that interesting. So then, to see my baby daddy, to see my other ex and my family, I'm just like, Do you not realize you just made me have a whole bunch of epiphanies? I'm just sitting there like, well, dang, I can't believe I dated my baby daddy. I'm like, I should have never dated him in the first place. And I'm just, I mean, because if y'all really knew the story of how me and my son's father got together, which I was surprised you never asked, but you didn't. But I'm just sitting there like watching these people ask questions, and I'm just sitting there like, y'all not asking anything that's really of value. Because you never asked what our relationship was like. All y'all kept talking about is basically my son. I'm like, but y'all didn't ask him nothing about our relationship. Because I would have loved to know the answer to that question. So it was kind of funny because then my other ex, I'm just like, and then I called him. I was like, what is you doing? He said, what do you mean? I said, what made you get up there? He said, they told me that you said things about me. I never said anything about you. I told him that, your son lives with you. I mean, they both said it. Both of them said it. It was like, he's always lived with her. At the end of the day. So my whole thing is, I'm just sitting there like, how else they gonna bring up there? Because I'm just like trying to, and I'm glad, honestly, they did it. Because now it gave me so much clarification of why I should have never dated either one of them in the first place. It made me realize that I could have been doing something completely different. So really, you didn't expose me. The only thing you did was basically give me a whole bunch of therapy. Thank you for that. I greatly appreciate it. Because for me, it was therapy. It was very therapeutic. Honestly, this whole situation was the most therapeutic situation because for me to sit there and say, I ain't never done nothing to nobody. I haven't. Never cheated. I've never been unfaithful. I've never done nothing. And if I did it in front of their face. So I have no reason to. Man, the stuff my son's father could have told y'all that he never told you. Interesting. That's why I wouldn't even mad at my baby daddy because, like I said, he's not really on social media like that anyway. And I know that man. So at the end of the day, me and him ain't got no issues. We don't. We have no issues at all. Like I said, me and my son's father have been had a conversation. So we don't have issues like that. That's when people like, you gonna go with it? Nope. Nope. Not at all. But like I said, it was really therapeutic. It was the best therapy I could have ever had. Because now I'm going to take the same tactic and pretty much help my clients with it. So I tell people, stop getting mad because somebody exposed you. Let me tell you, it's therapy. Because your therapist is certainly going to expose you anyway. Your therapist is going to make you have to deal with things that you ain't going to want to deal with that's going to be very uncomfortable. So, I mean, it was just funny because I'm like, I don't do anything. I mean, if you'd have looked on my Facebook page, you would have seen, Lord. But y'all didn't think to go through all the albums, did you? If you'd have went through all the albums, then you would have seen so many more pictures. You would have seen all the pictures of a child. You would have seen all of that. Those were actually hidden. You only saw what I chose to put up there. Did you think I wasn't prepared? Like I said, I'm surprised you didn't see the white dress. Let me see if I can find that white dress. I'm surprised that Deputy Dog didn't find that picture of me in the white dress. Let me find that picture. Give me a sec. I'm going to find that picture. I don't even know if I still have that picture, but yes. Let me see if I can find this picture of me in the white dress. The infamous white dress that I had so much long ago. Where is that white dress at? I have a picture of me in a white dress. The infamous white dress. And I don't even know if I still have those pictures. But anyway, I was surprised he didn't see the pictures of me and my son went to Disney World. I'm surprised he didn't see none of them pictures. But I'm trying to see if I can find these pictures. I mean, I got a picture right now of me and my son at the beach. I mean, there's a whole bunch of pictures I'm sitting there looking at. Me and my son, me and my ex. We went to Florida. I mean, I'm just saying. We went to DC, my whole entire family. Oh yeah, I remember this picture. Hold on. I remember this picture here. Hold on. I'm surprised Deputy Dog didn't see these pictures. For those of y'all on my podcast, y'all don't know who Deputy Dog is. Deputy Dog is my internet ex-husband. Where are my pictures at? Let me go to photos. I remember this picture. This is me on my birthday weekend. This is me without it. And as you clearly can see, and this is I keep telling people, if you notice, I don't have very much of a stomach, but the top part of me has always been big. So if you see me on camera, that's mainly what you see, those big old tittle, those big old boobies. Those, yeah. That's me with boobies. Me with big old tittle bitties. So for those of y'all who keep thinking I'm a big girl, I'm really not in person. I'm actually very small. But anyway, like I said, I just got big boobies, and the only way to hold these puppies up is if I have to have weight, because I'm a basically a big booby girl. Now, if I go get a breast reduction, then you'll be amazed how much weight I probably will lose if I get a breast reduction. But yes, that's me, and that was in 2014, no, 13. This was before me and my ex separated. So I mean, you didn't see these pictures on Facebook? I'm surprised. I'm surprised Deputy Dog didn't find these pictures. I'm completely and utterly shocked. I would have thought he would have found them pictures, but I mean, I guess he didn't. So it is what it is. So there's a lot of I'm gonna find that infamous picture. I'm gonna find it. But anyway, while I'm looking for it, like I said, there was a whole bunch of pictures of me with hair. Whole bunch of pictures of me dressed up, but y'all weren't focused on those pictures, were you? Y'all were focused on other pictures. But let me continue on. But anyway, like I said, at the end of the day, why should you feel bad because somebody wants to expose you? I don't feel bad about it. Why in the world would I feel bad about it? I mean, at the end of the day, I don't care about none of that. So at the end of the day, I'm a little bit confused. I mean, I've been everywhere. I've been around the world and now, yeah. Matter of fact, this picture of me and my son right here. I'm surprised he didn't see this picture here. And this was and the reason my hair looks the way it does because we was at Sea. Matter of fact, where were we at? SeaWorld? Yeah, we were at SeaWorld. Now I remember this picture here. This picture. This is me and my baby. I mean, seriously, I've always wore baggy clothes because, like I said, I'm big boobied. That's me and him right there. So I'm trying to. I'm so lost. I'm so lost. It just really amazes me how people make so many assumptions. But here's me and my child right here. Go at you at was SeaWorld? Or was this Island Adventure? No, this is SeaWorld. This was SeaWorld. So I'm just trying to get a little bit of clarification. Because before you sit up here and you assume something, please make sure you do your homework because, people sit there and make so many assumptions and don't know absolutely nothing. What do I need to hide, as a matter of fact? Yeah, it was SeaWorld, because matter of fact, this picture right here. Yeah, this me and him at SeaWorld. Yeah, this was SeaWorld. So I mean, I just love how people make assumptions. And so anyway, so like I said, when people sit up here and they make all these assumptions about you, let them make the assumptions they're gonna make. That's me and him right there in 2014 at SeaWorld. I'm surprised y'all didn't see all these pictures. I had a whole 30 years of pictures. 30 years of pictures. I mean, if you went all the way down and you saw my whole entire family, I'm surprised you didn't see all of them up there. Oh my Lord. And that's me and him right there. We went to Disney World and Island Adventures. We were there for 7 days. Matter of fact, we stayed in a great condo while I was there. And this was around the time I was sick. But I still went. And I had a great time. But like I said, next time I go to Disney World, I ain't going. Next time I'm going, my niece and nephew and the baby going. So yeah, I even got a great niece now. She is so adorably cute. So I'm really trying to understand how in the world y'all gonna sit up here and not look at all them pictures. I mean, there's so many of them. Like I said, I have so many memories. Half of them I don't even have no more because, unfortunately, I took my closed my channel. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to understand how in the world some people don't seem to understand. I mean, because I have plenty of pictures. Matter of fact, hold on, I can go through these because these are all. Hold on, let me start from the beginning. Let me go back up. I start from here. Let me tell you how far back this is when it comes to my child, because I'm gonna go all the way back. Okay, I'm gonna start with my niece now. I'm gonna start here and just go forward. No, I ain't gonna go there because my mama. Hey, mom. Okay, I'll start here. I'll start with this picture here. I think I know where to stop at. At the end of the day, like I said, it's amazing. Like I said, I've always been a godly person. Always. I've always been a godly person. I've always been a good person. I've always been somebody to travel. This is me. We're at Myrtle Beach. We used to go to Myrtle Beach a lot. And I mean a lot. That's me. So where am I fat at? Because I'm trying to figure out where I'm fat at. Yeah, I mean, if these are pictures y'all didn't see? Because I'm trying to figure out where my fat at. I've always not been fat. That's my baby right there. Hey, baby. Hey, my baby. That's me in Florida when we came downtown Disney. Yeah, that's where we was at. That's my ex. That's me. That's me right there. That's the place we stayed at. That's me. That's me, of course. Again, I've never really been a humongous person. That's my hey baby. So that's my baby right there. You mean to tell me y'all ain't see these pictures? Y'all didn't see these pictures? Because I mean they were clearly on my Facebook. I mean clearly. I know y'all on my page like what the world is going on? This the old me and these old pictures. So I'm just trying to figure out where am I fat at? Because I'm still the same size even now. I'm not a big person. I've never been really a big person. Good Lord, I'm just big boobied. That's all. So again, I'm trying to really figure, if my son never lived with me, I'm a little lost because apparently, clearly, in these pictures, you clearly see my child with me. I mean, we've traveled so many places. I wasn't one of them moms that was about not taking my son with me. I had no problems with taking my child anywhere. I wanted my child to see the world. I wanted my child to have the same experiences I got to have. So this is all where we've been at. That's the water slide that we got on. That's him right there. That's him. That's us. And so yeah, I'm really trying to understand how it is that y'all didn't see none of these pictures. None of them. None of them. So before you sit up here and make some godforsaken assumptions of who do you think you know me, please make sure that you're certain about that. I was a geisha. I'm surprised he didn't find that picture. I dressed up one year as a geisha, and I don't have them pictures no more because unfortunately my channels are gone, so I don't even have those pictures. I was dressed as a geisha. I was dressed as what was else? A little red. I was dressed as a pirate for Halloween. I mean, but that infamous white dress, I ain't never gonna forget that white dress. When I first got together with my ex, I wore a white dress when we went out one night. Yeah, I remember that infamous white dress. Matter of fact, let me see something. Matter of fact, there was a picture, and I don't even think I can find it at this point, but there was a picture a long time ago of me. And I would show these one pictures, but I ain't never gonna show those pictures. And it was, matter of fact, when I went live one particular time, and I was at my Kama Sutra nights, I never forget it. And I did not have my shirt buttoned, and I let them puppies hang. I took some pictures, and those pictures have never been seen except one person seen them pictures. Nobody else has seen them pictures. So I'm really trying to understand and that's what I'm saying. When it comes to the past version of yourself, why do you feel bad about what you've done in your past? So I mean, hold on, because I just found another picture. What's they said there was only 15 pictures of my child, right? I'm just trying to get some clarification. Because apparently there's more than that. Because this is me and him right here. So I'm a little lost. I'm a little bit lost here. Cause like I said, My son used to go when I say everywhere with me, everywhere. It wasn't too many places that he didn't go with me. So like I said, this is where this all goes together. When it comes down to a person in their past, I don't know what the world I gotta be ashamed of. I'm not ashamed of anything. Every situation I went through has made me the person I am now. It makes me the person that's not going to tolerate a whole bunch of nonsense. It's the person that's not going to sit up here and take a bunch of nonsense that I don't want to have to deal with. So at the end of the day, like I said, I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for that. So I just find it funny when people try to say, "Oh, they know you. They know what kind of person you." No, you don't. No, you don't. I had a life before now. So, like I said, you should never feel bad about anything that you've done in your past. Why should you feel bad? Oh, this is my baby picture. Oh, this is my baby. Oh, I remember this. This is my baby picture. Oh, I remember this. Oh, this is me as a baby. Oh, chunk. I didn't realize I was this chunky. I'm going down memory lane, and I'm like, I'm looking at old pictures. I mean, if you'd have looked, you would even have seen this little picture. This is my baby picture. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Oh, my little chunky self. I saw chunky. Ooh, little chunky. Uh-huh. So like I said, what do I need to be ashamed of? I was a little chunky little baby. And I was an adorable little baby. I was a cute little baby. Matter of fact, I got a picture of me in a meat coat and a matching hat that my mama put me on. Like I said, what do I need to be ashamed of? And that's what I'm saying. A lot of y'all are sitting up here being ashamed of who you are. What do I need to be ashamed of for what? Like I said, if you're not somebody that wants to be accepted, then you're not gonna be ashamed of anything that you do. Why do I need to feel bad about it? At the end of the day, like I said, I'm really trying to understand. You know, matter of fact, hold on. These are some recent pictures. Hold on. Well, they're not recent. They're kind of old. And matter of fact, this is my baby right here. This is my baby right here. I'm surprised y'all didn't see none of these videos, these pictures. I mean, these pictures were clearly on my Facebook. They just were hidden. They just weren't seen. Hey, baby. This is my baby right here. Look at him having a good old time. What was that? Fun? Yeah, it was that fun? Yeah, we went to fun. So I'm trying to figure out. I'm a little lost here because me and my son have been to King's Dominion. We done been to Disney World. We done been to Myrtle Beach multiple times. So I mean, like I said, it's amazing how you can hide things. But yes, that's my baby. At the end of the day, like I said, it was funny when people said, "Oh, she didn't ever raise her child." Say what now? If I was to call my mama right now, she'll tell. I'll say, "Mama, did you ever raise my child?" She's like, "What? Why would somebody think that?" I don't know. I told her that. She busted out laughing. She said, "Do you remember when I told you when you got pregnant that you was gonna be raising that baby. Y'all think y'all don't understand. My mother was not raising me or my sister's kids. Okay? Not none of them. My mother, the only way she would keep our kids is if she chose to, if she wanted to. And that was very, very far and in between. Now, my dad is the one that came over here when I had to work and would come over here and watch him while I went to work and would get him off the bus and watch him until I got home. So my son has never been nowhere except home. Every time we moved into a different apartment or a different house, my son walks through the house and I'm like, "Do you like this?" He be like, "Yep, okay, we'll get it." Say, what now? When I got pregnant, trust and believe, I raised that one. Ain't what no. I'm gonna give them to somebody. I barely had anybody to watch him. Let me tell you how I met my ex. My best friend lived with me who happened to be a male. And I met my ex because he worked at the same place my best friend worked. Now, looking back at it now, he came between every single last one of my friends. Okay? He isolated me. And I didn't realize that until I had a conversation with one of my girlfriends that I ain't talked to in years. And I realized that. So I'm trying to really reach out to a lot of people that I was friends with and reconnect with them. But I'm glad I didn't at the time because y'all would have called them. So, like I said, you don't know what somebody going through when they go through something. You have no idea. So at the end of the day, like I said, it's just funny to me when people think, and that's what I said. I have fun making an ASS out of people. It's just funny. I find it completely and utterly hilarious. So, and I think, wait a minute, yeah, this is a picture I took in my house, and yeah, this was like around that time when I was going through the situation. So, you want to know what I look like? Here I am. I'm trying to figure out where am I fat at because I'm tired of y'all talking about I'm fat. Where am I fat at? Because clearly you can see here I'm not that big. I put the camera in front of me deliberately, right, literally close to me, knowing my breasts are as big as they are. Do you know my breasts go over my stomach? Oh yeah, you didn't know that? You didn't know my breasts go over my boobies? You ain't figured it out by now. My breasts literally go over my stomach. So if my breasts go over my stomach, then that would mean if I don't have a bra on, it's gonna look like I'm bigger than what I actually am, wouldn't it? So as you clearly can see, I don't have very much of a stomach. As you clearly can see, I'm not a big person at all. I'm actually small. I'm just big-breasted. Lord have mercy. So I mean, I'm a little lost because they was on there too. But see, you didn't want people to see this side of me. No, y'all didn't want. No, you didn't. No, you wanted people to think I was fat. Good to know. I ain't fat nowhere. Now I do got a little bit of a push again because I have big boobies, and being that I have big boobies, that would mean that basically, essentially, that I gotta have something to hold them puppies in. Matter of fact, hold on. And this is me up close. So yes, I do have a slight bit of a stomach, but not really. Now, at one time I did have a bigger stomach than I have now, but like again, because like I said, I have big boobies. And to prove my point, here I am here, and this is a closer picture. I don't have very much of a stomach, so I'm really trying to understand where am I fat at? Where? Where? And this is the same house that y'all try to say wasn't clean. I mean, clearly the house is clean. I mean, I'm really trying to, and this is what I'm saying. When it comes to secular world, people got this tendency to judge you and they don't really know you. And they assume because they see one particular day does not mean I never clean my house. Because clearly, this shows that I do. So before you judge somebody, please do me a favor. Make sure that they ain't got some stuff that pretty much contradict what you saying. So that's me right there. I got some other pictures too. And matter of fact, this is me and my baby at Christmas. I forgot when this was. This is at my sister's house though. This is my sister's old house. But this is me and him right here. So, I just find this so funny. And this is me and him right here. Does this look like a child that don't love his mama? Because I would think so. And as you clearly can see, he's taller than me. So I don't know what you're talking about. So, I mean, for all of y'all who made these assumptions about me, assumptions that I don't dress up, assumptions that I don't put on clothes, I just didn't put on clothes for y'all. But when I'm off social media, yes, I do get dressed. And yes, I do put on clothes. As a matter of fact, hold on. I'm going to prove my point in a second. Hold on, man. Because I'm going to show y'all that y'all don't know me. So like I said, I'm really trying to understand. And matter of fact, this is another picture of me. And I'm trying to figure out where I'm fat at because I'm a little lost on that. Yeah, this is a picture of me during that time. Yeah, there's another picture of me. During that time, pictures that I took pictures at that y'all never saw. This is me right here. And matter of fact, I was going to work before y'all got me fired. Where am I fat at? Because I need to get a shirt that says "Where am I fat at?" Because I'm a little lost here. That's me. So I'm trying to figure out this whole entire time, y'all like, she don't never dress up, she don't never put no clothes on. Here you go. This is me dressed up. So just because I chose not to dress up for y'all does not mean I don't put on clothes. Oh, okay. Like I said, you gotta earn me everything that is me, including me putting on clothes. So like I said, off social media is completely different than on social media. Trust and believe me when I say that. So like I said, I wish to God I still have my Facebook because I had so many pictures y'all never got to see. Like I said, because they were blocked. All those pictures were actually very, very much blocked. But because I don't have a lot of the pictures I used to have, I had a whole bunch of pictures. And then I deleted them all on here. I don't know why I did that, but I did. I ended up deleting a lot of pictures. And I thought that when I was deleting them off of one section, they would still be there, but unfortunately, no, they ended up deleted. But like I said, it's all good. But even recently, hold on. Even recently, like I said, I'm trying to find a specific picture though. It's a picture of me. Like I said, all my jewelry and stuff. I gotta post all this stuff on my page for my jewelry. Hold on. Because like I said, I got a bunch of life coaching stuff. But anyway, like I said, y'all got to stop worrying about people and what they think about you. Because then when you start, making them look stupid, it's always fun. It's always fun when you're able to do that. Like I said, 28 laws of power. 48 laws of power. My bad. Yeah, I learned that from 48 laws of power. Hold on. This me. So I'm going to go through these. If I can go to, that's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. Yeah, this is really me. Yeah, that's me. You remember you said y'all never saw me dressed up? That is actually me. That's me with red hair. And matter of fact, where was I getting ready? I was going to go somewhere. I forgot where I was going. But yeah, that's me with makeup on. Continue on. That's me. That I love that picture. That's me. That's me in the car. That's me right there. That's me right there. That's me. Yeah, just me playing around Snapchat. That's me. That's me on Snapchat. These are pictures. I mean, I'm just that's me right there. That's me playing on Snapchat. That's some other stuff. That's my actual name. That matters. Let's see here. Let me make sure there's nothing else before I go any further. That's me being silly. Like I said, I ain't got time for all this nonsense. I forgot what that was. Oh, I know what there was. That was something when I was trying to do my life coaching stuff. Like I said, what the world do I need to be ashamed of, by the way? Like I said, just because somebody does not dress up in front of you does not mean they don't dress up at all. That doesn't mean it at all. That's why I said I find certain things funny at times. But just recently, that's why I tell people, y'all need to stop assuming that you know how people are when it comes to certain things, because in all actuality, you don't. But to prove about my boobies here, no, I don't think I'm gonna use that picture. No. Like I said, there are so many pictures in here. I'm looking at now of me and my baby at Universal. Had a great time. Enjoyed ourselves. Matter of fact, I'm surprised he didn't see this picture here. Like I said, y'all don't know how people are when they're off these cameras. You really don't. This is me off camera. So yes, I did used to wear wigs. I used to wear sew-ins. Yes, this is when I had hair, and I was able to braid my hair because my homegirl she used to do my hair. So that's me. So I'm trying to figure out, just because I don't look that way now, has it ever occurred to you that maybe, just maybe, because I was sick, that maybe I had to, and I don't really go nowhere like that. That might be why. Oh yeah, this picture here. I don't know. You can't really see anything, but I don't care at this point. I ain't gonna show that one. That's just showing a little too much. But this is me right here. This was before in matter of fact, this picture's never been seen, but I'm gonna show it now. This picture was around the time I started doing, when I first started, that first night I did my Kama Sutra nights. This was me. I took this picture, and this was really me. So again, I'm trying to figure out, do you really know me? And this is what I mean when I say about the secular world. The secular world is always going to make you look like you are negative, like you're just the worst thing smoking, like you're the most terrible person that there is, and not understanding that just because you see me in a certain way at one time does not mean I don't look like this, because I do. This is what I look like when I'm not on camera. This is what I look like when I walk out the door. This is what I look like. So just because somebody is sick at the time, which I still technically am, I can't drive right now. There's no sense in me putting clothes on if I can't drive at this point. When I was able to drive, I was always gone. I was always doing something, and I was always at the house. But like I said, because people have so many assumptions, I just let you believe whatever it is that you want to believe, true or false. But it's really amazing how people think they know you. They think they know how you dress. They think they know what you do. And I mean, it's insane. Can't show that one because that's my boobies out. I mean, these are pictures I took privately. So like I said, you can't always say you know somebody and you know what they do. As a matter of fact, here, I gotta make sure I stop it because I don't want to show my great niece's when she was born. Come on, trying to do that. So like I said, I just love how when people think, oh, you don't dress up. How do you know I dress up or not? You don't. But like I said, if somebody feels that somebody is worth dressing up for, they'll dress up. Here's me with braids. So I'm a little lost here. If I'm all of these so-called things that y'all think I am, I mean, don't you think you'd have found all these pictures? Clearly. So like I said, stop assuming you know how somebody is and what they do. Stop assuming you know how somebody dress or how they represent themselves. If somebody is sick and they're going through something, do you really think they feel like putting on clothes? No, they don't. If somebody is going through something medically in particular, you really think that they're going to be all feel like being all dolled up? Probably not. And the reason I wear really, really comfortable clothes is because I have chronic pain all over. Right now, I have a neck injury right now that is messing up my throat. And it's to the point it's messing up my ears. So now I have a doctor actually coming to the house to basically examine me. It's a free examination they do for my insurance to make sure that I'm good. And all of it goes to my actual doctor. So, like I said, I have to have another colonoscopy to check my stomach to see if I have some type of scarring in my stomach. And they said they want to make sure that it's not infected and that it doesn't turn into cancer. So you don't know what somebody is dealing with and what they're going through. But yet y'all like to assume that you do. Y'all like to assume that somebody, you know what I'm saying, that somebody is, y'all think y'all know people. You think you know who people are and what they do and how they are when it comes to certain things, and that's not accurate. But like I said, I just find it funny that people think that because you see somebody at a moment that is going through something, that this little bad little girl, that they're whatever. So like I said, it's just funny when I think about it, when I have people saying to me, oh, you don't do this. How do you figure what I do? Little cute self. This is me around Christmas time of this year. Do, do, do. So like I said, this is why I don't deal with the secular world like that. This is me on Christmas. I gotta find the actual outfit, but that's me on Christmas this of last year. So I'm really trying to really understand how in the world you gonna sit and it was like an ugly dress competition that I was going to actually. So it was like Christmas, and one of my girlfriends was having a ugly sweater. I didn't mean to do that. The ugly sweater thing. So why did I just do that? I didn't mean to do that. I'm up here tripping. But that's me. That's my little great niece, like her little bad. So that's me. So like I said, y'all don't be knowing what somebody be doing. Her little bad. And for those of y'all who don't think I'm, oh yeah, by the way, and it's not like it matters at this point, but I am going to show this for a reason. For those of y'all who don't think that I'm certified, I just want to make sure I'm going to make myself perfectly clear. For those of y'all who don't think I'm certified, here's my certification for me being a life coach. Here's my certification. So I am accredited to be a life coach. For those of y'all who wonder, I am certified. So again, you don't know what somebody does. The little bad little girl, that girl is so bad. She's bad, but that's my baby. Look like her daddy. So like I said, at the end of the day, you don't know how somebody is this still. I'm trying to see me standing up. Oh yeah, matter of fact, hold on. I can do these pictures here. I think these were me recently. This is me recently. That's me. That's me on a Tuesday. That's me. That is me when I went to my doctor's appointment. That's me. So yeah, this is recently. So I was at a hospital, and I had went to go, and I had went to for my checkup. That's yeah, I had went to see my doctor's office. So that's me there. So please explain to me how, and I remember when Sheba told y'all this, she was like, how do you know how she is when she's off social media? I feel the same way. If you gonna say something about my clothes, please just buy me some clothes. I mean, if you that willing to buy me clothes, then by all means, I will greatly appreciate it. But these right here is probably what's gonna shock everybody. These pictures here, and this is me. You can't really see me in that picture. Okay, I'll start here. And this is me, and like I said, I just find it funny when people think, "Oh, she don't do this." Yes, I do. This is me being silly. So yes, that's me right there. Just different pictures that I took, but like I said, that's me. So like I said, I just love how y'all be thinking, "Oh, she don't do this." Okay, that's me. So the fact that y'all sit up and think you know me is funny. I like dressing up, honestly. I like wearing really nice clothes and stuff like that. I really do. I like being pretty from time to time. It's just sometimes I just don't feel up to it. Sometimes I'm more so the girl that wears the baggy clothes, but yet and still, oh yeah, if you want to see the shirt, I think it's a better look of it. But yeah, I like to be dressed up. No different than anybody else. It's just I don't go nowhere because I can't drive right now. But that's me with blonde hair. I got burgundy hair, I got red hair, I got a bunch of hair. I got a bunch of wigs. But because I'm trying to grow my hair back, which is what I was trying to do, I didn't wear wigs because I wanted my hair to grow back. And then, when you're trying to accept yourself, flaws and all, you just want to be able to be who you are. It's called freedom. God says to come as you are. So, like I said, it's just really amazing how people would sit there and tell you they think they know you. Oh, here they are. These are all the clothes that I bought, including a bathing suit. And I'm not going to show the bathing suit because I just ain't. But these are some clothes that I had bought from Shein, and I actually wear. And this is recently, about a month ago. This is me right here. I was just trying to. I actually did a showing what I bought. Let me start from the beginning. So this is me. That's the pants outfit. That's the same. That's the orange one. That's me right there. I like that outfit. That's cute. I can't wait to wear that. That's me right there. That's me. That's me in a little outfit. As you clearly can see, I got big old tig old bitties. That's me right there. I like that outfit. Can't wait to wear it. So these are the little outfits that I have bought, that I decided to wear, that I have bought. And that's me. That's it. And I put them all together. So I'm trying to figure out where my fat at. I'm going to keep saying that because I'm just trying to figure that out. So like I said, for people to sit up here and think they know you, for people to think that they make all these assumptions about you, I am somebody who will make you pretty believe it. I'll make you believe whatever it is you want to think about me. I will let you believe it. Because I just don't want to be bothered. I'm one of these people that where I'm at now in my life, as much rejection that I've had to deal with when it comes to jobs, when it comes to men, when it comes to friends, when it comes to family, I'm kind of over it. So I don't care if you accept me or not. And I don't care if you like me or not. I'm about like the Dr. Seuss book. I do not like you here or there. I do not like you anywhere. I do not like you in a chair. I do not like you in a. I don't. I forgot how to say it, but yeah, I'm that. I am Sam. I'm not Sam. I am. I'm the one that don't want to be bothered. So at the end of the day, when it comes to me, I am not about the secular world. I've never been about the secular world. Like I said, I went in the secular world. I've been in the secular world. It does not work for me, and I just choose not to be. I choose to be modest. I choose to be where if I'm going to be sexual, it's going to be with a person that I'm in a relationship with. I don't have a high body count, which I don't. But at the end of the day, all the men I dated made me the woman I am. The only thing I am pissed off about is I wasted time that I could have been doing something else. Other than that, I don't regret anything in my life that I've done. I don't. So at the end of the day, everybody has the right to feel the way they choose to feel. And matter of fact, is there something about? So like I said, why should I feel bad? So like I said, everybody want to make me feel bad. Feel bad for what? I ain't got no reason to feel bad. At the end of the day, everybody has the right to live their life the way they choose to live their life. Everybody has the right to be whoever it is they choose to be for whoever it is they choose to be. But do I have to be perfect all the time? Do I have to be dressed up all the time? Do I have to represent myself for people that don't like me? No. If anything, I'm really going to make you hate me deliberately. I'm a chestnut checkers person. I am somebody that if you don't like me, I will give you every reason to hate me. Because I don't want you to like me at that point. Once you've said what you said, we have nothing else to talk about at that point. None. And then this is me when I was with at my family's house. That's me right there. That's me, and that's me, and that is me. So, like I said, yes, I do wear clothes. And man, I forgot where we were going when I took them pictures. I don't even remember where we were going. No, yes, I do. I do remember. We were going out. It was my son's birthday that I went home. But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm a little lost. I am absolutely lost. And matter of fact, where did I don't even think I still have them pictures. I don't. I don't have them. Because they would have been, I think I deleted them. The ones I took when I was at the beach. Yeah, I went to the beach. I had a good old time. So like I said, you don't know, where somebody's mind is at or what they're dealing with. And I'm better than what I was, but my neck, I found out recently there's something going on with my neck, and the doctor's gonna look at it and they may have to do another MRI because it's affecting my hearing, it's affecting my my breathing, it's affecting everything. So they probably gonna have to I might have to have neck surgery. That's another surgery I may have to have because they may have to end up doing the surgery after all. And what it is it's a piece in my neck that they have to probably repair. And once they do that, it should make it better. Because I had hit my head in the back of the trunk a few times trying to get groceries out the car, and I hit the back of my neck really, and I hit it twice. And I think the day that I couldn't drive was the day I hit the back of my neck the first time it happened. So it's been like 3 times I've hit the back of my neck. So, like I said, you don't know what somebody is dealing with. You don't know what somebody is going through. But to tear them down when they're already down as it is really, really sad and wrong on so many levels. So, like I said, when it comes to the secular world, the reason I don't want nothing to do with the secular world is because it's a lie. And I ain't got time for it. I know I will never be accepted in the secular world. And that's why I don't want no parts of it anyway. So at the end of the day, the fact that people think they know people and they think they know that person's life and what they're dealing with when you don't is a whole nother entity within itself. You don't know what somebody is facing or what they have to endure or anything like that. You don't know, but y'all like to assume you do. Y'all like to assume you know what somebody's dealing with and what somebody is going through or what they have to do. And in all actuality, you don't know nothing. So at the end of the day, everybody lives their lives the way they choose to live their lives. And you may not agree with the life that they've chosen, but they chose a life that they felt was best for them. So at the end of the day, the fact that y'all, matter of fact, this is me when I went out of town. Let me see something. Let me see if I can find this picture. This is me, and it is like around the evening time. It wasn't like I was. This is when I was out of town on my 50th birthday. That's me. That's me. Right there. That's me right there. So I was getting ready for bed. I had just got in. I think was that what I. It might have been before I had the allergic reaction, but that was me. But like I said, the fact that y'all sit up here and think you know somebody, think you know what they have going on, and I think this is me when I went up to where did I go? I think this is me. Yeah, this is before I went up to the rooftop when I went on vacation. This is me right here. So that's me right there. And as you clearly can see, I'm just big breasted. So, like I said, if I sit down, my breast gonna go over my stomach. So, this is me going to the rooftop. I didn't realize what was going on until I got there, and I had a bunch of fun when I was up there. I had a blast. And let's see, I'm trying to find. So yeah, I had a great time when I was there. I had an absolute fabulous time for my birthday. I had a great time. I enjoyed myself and it was great. I had a, great time. And this was me when I first got there. So like I said, I have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. And that's me when I first got there. It was a long, crazy flight, but I had a ball. Can't wait to go to Vegas on my birthday. I'm going to Vegas. Yes, Suey, I'm coming to Vegas. Matter of fact, I gotta tell Suey I'm coming to Vegas for my birthday, so that way he know I'm coming. Cause I'm gonna let him know I am coming to Vegas. I already booked it. I am going to Vegas. I'm having me a great time. I'm going on a cruise in January. So, like I said, life is good for me. Life is great for me. I'm slowly getting myself back on. I'm slowly getting myself, and I'm not even gonna say the word back. I ain't gonna say that because I can't go backwards. But I'm slowly becoming, in some aspects, the person I was. Meaning that, as far as driving wise, and as far as coming down 20 pounds, and getting there. But I'm just gonna be a brand new person. That's it. All them clothes in that closet, I'm gonna be wearing. I'm determined to wear. But like I said, you can't sit up here and think you know somebody and think that y'all have the right to judge because you don't. Like I said, at the end of the day, I have a life outside of here. Social media is not my end all be all. It never has been. And before I got sick, I was always on the go. I was always going. If I'd never hit my, and I think that's what happened that day from that day when I couldn't drive, I hit the back of my neck, and now I remember. Because I kept saying, why is it I should have just went to the doctor then. I didn't go. Didn't think nothing of it. So again, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm happy in the life that I've created, and I'm minding my business, pretty much. I don't bother nobody. I'm quiet, and I just keep to myself. I keep to myself. I mind my business, and that's pretty much all. I'm not confrontational. I'm not none of that. I just be chilling and enjoying my peace and quiet and tranquility, and that's it. That is just where I'm at right now. And I'm not trying to be on some drama and all this other stuff. I'm not even on that right now. I'm not. I'm just pretty much at peace. So I just like my life just the way it is. And yeah, I may be single and I may not have a husband and I may not have a boyfriend. I may not have a lot of things. But at the end of the day, like I said, I am not worried about those things at this point of my life. I am at peace with my life. Whatever's meant for me will be what's meant for me. Whatever's not meant for me won't be. But at the end of the day, regardless of whether I have hair, I don't have hair, regardless of whether I have whatever, then I will be okay with that. As a matter of fact, this is me. This is me right here. Is this that's me and Jayla? This is me right here, and this was Christmas Day, and we all had to wear pajamas, and this is me right here on Christmas Day last year. That's me right there, just sitting there in my nice little pajama outfit with my little cute little comfortable footies on my feet. So I mean, I'm just saying, y'all sit up here and you think because somebody puts a camera literally in front of their face and they're sitting down that you think somebody is actually bigger than what they are. A camera can put 10 pounds on you if it wants to. So, like I said, you don't know again, and that's the whole reason when it comes to the secular world, I don't have time for it. The reason I don't deal with the secular world like that, because I know that when people build you up, just as quickly as they build you up, is as quickly as they tear you down. Just that quickly. And that's what I'm saying. If you're going to be a godly person, you're going to have to understand you're going to be crucified. You're going to be made fun of. You're going to be going through negative things because you're not trying to be society standards. And the whole purpose of negative non-believer people is to tear you down. They want you to get off your path. It's no different than when Jesus was crucified. He sat right there and did not say two words until the person said, I could unalive you. No, you can't. Other than that, he sat there and dealt with all of that. Sat there, knew that Judas was going to betray him, and he sat right there and let it happen. Sometimes you already know what's going to happen to you, but if you've been through it before, you know how to deal with it in that situation. You know how to overcome it. You know how to say, you know what? It's going to happen anyway. So now I know how to deal with it. So for me, because I've been bullied my whole entire life, none of this is shocking to me. I am so used to people making accusations and assumptions about me. I kind of don't care. But see, the problem is with negative people, when you don't give them the reaction that they want, when you don't give them the, when you're not upset, you're not angry, you're not nothing. You're just like, oh well. So now it's like you're not gonna give me the response that I want. So now I'm just gonna do all these things until you get the response. You will never get the response from me. You will never get the response because I already know what response you want me to give you. I just ain't gonna do it. I'm not doing it. I refuse to. So at the end of the day, like I said, I choose going the godly route. I don't choose the secular route. I just don't. I don't see no points in that. I don't see what the purpose is of me doing that. So like I said, so me, I chose to show the pictures. So at the end of the day, like I said, how well do you know me? Right now, I'm kind of comfy right now. So to show me, this is me right here. Hey y'all, chilling, minding my business, sitting on the couch, enjoying my peace and quiet. That's me. But like I said, if I'm going on a date, I'm going on an event, there's, like I said, there's only specific people that I choose to be my best for. And I ain't got to be. I ain't got to be my best for nobody except me. So, like I said, the fact that y'all sitting up and thinking you know me, like I'm sitting right now, hey, y'all, sitting back chilling, enjoying my peace and quiet. But that does not mean that I don't get up and I don't have a bunch of clothes in there. Matter of fact, I'm about to get my nails done. Matter of fact, I did go get my nails done. See, got my nails done. This one broke though. The other one, the rest, see, I got my nails done. I got to get them redone. As a matter of fact, hopefully I can get them done this weekend. But anyway, like I said, y'all don't know what people got going on. I got them done when I went home. So like I said, stop assuming you know somebody. Stop assuming that people don't dress up and they don't put on clothes. Sometimes people are going through a storm and they're just sitting still. So the only thing I'm doing right now is sitting still. And let me explain what I mean by that before I go. When you are sitting still, it means that you're not moving. It means that right now you are enjoying the things you have. It's not about wanting more, needing more. It's not about dating somebody because externally of what they look like or how much money they got. It's about a person that is a believer, a person that God is leading their life and they're leading me. It's about my happiness beginning and ending with me. That's what it's about. It's about me being the best version of myself for me. And regardless what anybody says, the minute you say something negative, I'm not going to deal with you anyway in any capacity. I'm just not. So I don't have time to sit up here and be like, well, oh my God, this person don't like me. I don't care. I don't care. You ain't got to like me. The point is, I'm happy. I am. I'm absolutely positively happy. And I'm in a very, very good place. I am. So, like I said, I just want to come on here and do that. Like I said, going through these pictures, it's the same thing. The same way you go through pictures, and the same way that you're looking at all these old pictures, and you're like, "Dang, this is what I look like 20 years ago. This is what I look like here. This is what I look like there." The whole point of looking at these pictures is the time that picture was taken and what was going on in that situation. That's what it's about. So when you look back at your life, you look back at all your old pictures, and then you look back at the situation, and then you figure out where you went wrong and how you ended up in the situation you were in. And then once you figure it out, then you ask what you could, should have, would have done differently, and what you will do differently now, what you're going to do differently now. So at the end of the day, pictures are the best way to go back and look back at your glory days. Because you can look back every year and look at every single picture that you've ever taken and then say to yourself, okay, well, at this time, this is what happened. So each year that you can remember, not when you, because a lot of times like when you're a kid, you can't really remember much. But I'd say around 7 or 8 years old, we'll start there. Unless you can remember some things, probably about 3 or 4. But for the most part, people don't remember the first 5 years of their life. They don't even remember. So, like I said, that's the whole point, of going through old photos and things like that, because you're looking at the coulda, you're looking at everything from the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, and what would happen if you didn't. And I see nothing wrong with that. So, like I said, it's just really amazing how, again, when it comes to choosing between the secular world and the godly world, a person that is God is, regardless of what you do to them, is not going to retaliate. Number one, they're just not going to do it. And number two, the person that is a godly person will forgive even though you have wronged them. They're just going to keep on moving and call it a day. So that's how they look at it. And that's how life is. And once you start going through these situations, you're gonna realize a lot of this stuff is similar. Like the men you dated are gonna be similar. You're gonna be looking at the fact that most of the way they did it might have been different, but the end result is different. So you're looking at each person and saying, okay, this person did this person did that. So now when you start meeting people, you can be able to pay attention to things that you probably didn't pay attention to then because it was about your feelings. So there's nothing wrong with you saying, okay, well, I'm gonna do the thing now. If I see somebody now that wants to date me that remind me of one of my exes, I'm not dating you. Now when you start seeing things, it's easier for you to let it go. It's easier for you to move forward. It's easier for you to say, you know what, I'm not even wasting my time. So it's not going to be you staying in these relationships because you think this person's going to change. Nope. The minute they don't, the minute you leave. It ain't no I'm staying in this relationship. I'm leaving this relationship and I ain't coming back to it. I'm just ain't. I have no intention to come back to it. I have no intention of going backwards. I intend on going forward. So it's gonna be a lot of people you ain't gonna be dealing with for a very long period of time. Now you're gonna be objective. Now you're gonna have emotional intelligence. Now you're gonna be a better person because now instead of you helping people personally, you're gonna be helping people more professionally. That's why I became a life coach because I got tired of being taken advantage of by people that I thought I was helping. So, like I said, once you say, you know what, I'm giving myself completely to God. I'm giving myself only onto you. I'm not gonna be going into this secular world anymore. I'm giving my negativity to you. I'm giving all of my trials, my tribulations, my trauma to you. So once you do that, then you'll see the difference. You'll see how different your life will be because it will be very, very different. So, like I said, being a godly person is not easy because you're going to be crucified a lot. You're going to have people making fun of you. Like I said, God didn't make his godly people perfect. And he said that beauty is the eye of the beholder. So if you base somebody based upon the outer beauty, that means you're feeding into the seven deadly sin of lust. If you can't even go without sex long enough to be celibate, long enough for you to find your wife, then you're a non-believer and I shouldn't be dealing with you at all. So again, you're going to have people that's going to try to make you feel less than what you are. But at the end of the day, like I said, if you don't choose to be who you are and you choose not to, then no. Like I said, it's gonna get to the point you gonna know negativity like the back of your hand. You gonna know what it is, and you gonna be like, I'm sorry, I'm just not interested. I'm not. I ain't got time for it. It's like I said, it's just like with the YSL thing. If Monday roll around and them jurors said they can't not forget about what Kenneth Colton said, um, no, not I mean Woody. I'm thinking about the wrong person. If Woody don't testify, and them people can't let go of what Woody said, then that's it on that. Young Thug and all them getting out of prison or getting out of jail, and they coming home. And I really believe they're coming home. And I can really tell you why that judge is doing this the way she's doing it. She's doing it because again, she don't want to be the one to give them that immunity and no, not immunity, giving them that mistrial. Because if they get a mistrial, they can't retrial it. They can't retry it if there's a mistrial. Because if it's a mistrial based on everything that Miss Love and all of them did, they can't retry that case, and I don't think they're going to. So all them defendants gonna be getting off. That's gonna be it on that. They're probably try another way to get them, but I doubt it because they can't prove racketeering. Everything that they're doing has nothing to do with racketeering. It has nothing to do with money. So I don't even understand how any of this even applies. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. But yeah, we'll talk about the YSL case probably tomorrow. But no, I gotta talk about Sandra Massey tomorrow. So like I said, we'll see tomorrow how that go. But like I said, at the end of the day, when it comes to the old you versus the new you, because that's pretty much what this is about, that's just showing the old version of myself and the new version I am now. So I'm not worried about negative people. I move forward, I move on, that's it. With that being said, I am getting ready to get some sleep and go to bed. I might vibe with you. I might tomorrow. I might listen to music tomorrow and vibe tomorrow. I have no idea. I haven't quite figured out what tomorrow gonna be. But you know what? I might lay in my bed and listen to some music. And if I gotta choose about what I'm going to listen to, I doubt I'm gonna be able to play. I doubt I'm gonna be able to play. Hmm. Hold on. I know there's certain things I can't play because of copyright, so I'm trying to be mindful of that. But I can't even think of a song right now. I can think of a song, but not on top of my head right now. But for those of y'all on my podcast, I'm just gonna say it like this here. There's nothing wrong with going back and looking at the old version of yourself and seeing the old version of yourself and seeing the things that you want to continue about yourself and the things that you don't. Because, like I said, everything has a way of working out the way they're supposed to. It just takes time. So, like I said, looking at the old version of yourself, seeing the different sides of you, you've seen how much you grow, how much you evolve, and that's all that matters. So, with that being said, I'm going to go get some sleep and get some rest. I think I'm going to listen to some music, but I appreciate y'all. But I just wanted to do this because, like I said, looking back at my life, even though I've been through a lot of trauma and a lot of stuff, I'm still standing despite it all. And that's all that matters. I just want to continue to stand and continue to grow and continue to evolve and continue to be the best version of myself. So that's how I feel about that. So, so with that being said, for all of y'all out here, I'm gonna end it by saying this. For those of y'all out here right now that are going through it right now, that don't feel you're good enough, don't feel you're worthy, don't think you belong, don't think you deserve to have happiness, your whole entire existence is around other people, just be patient. There's a young lady that actually was moved all the way to Texas to be with a guy, and she ended up regretting it. And now she's talking about going back home. And I had to end up doing a video telling her not to do that because it wasn't worth it. Just because you move, just because you do something in a situation for one reason, it doesn't mean that it doesn't work in the long run. So that's what I would do. I would just continue doing what I'm doing and not worry about anything else. It will all come together, I promise you. It will. It may take some time, but it will. So, like I said, I wouldn't worry about negative people. I wouldn't worry about what they think. I wouldn't worry about nothing. Because at the end of the day, they only gonna see what they want to see. And no matter how many times you try to tell them, look, dude, you don't know me. They'll continue to say it until you decide to put your hands on them or until you decide to cuss them out. And then when you start pulling out they job for second dirty laundry, then all of a sudden everybody want to get mad, talking about, I can't believe you said that. When you sit there and when people say no holds bar, and people don't understand when you at war, there is nobody spared. Your kids, everybody get hit. Trust me, because mine certainly did. Because like I said, when it come to war, everybody there is nobody off limits. Nobody. So like I said, when you're dealing with negative people, understand they gonna play dirty. That's what they do. And even though you on the up and up, it don't mean they gonna be. So like I said, a lot of false people running around here talking about they all about God. No, you ain't. You only about God when it's convenient for you. When you choose to be godly. So at the end of the day, like I said, your happiness begins and ends with you, and don't let nobody else tell you that it don't. Don't let nobody else tell you that you don't deserve to be happy, you don't deserve to be loved, you don't deserve anything else. Please don't let nobody tell you that. So that being said, I appreciate y'all for joining me for this episode. Y'all know who I am by now. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I will talk to y'all later. But if you want to come on my podcast or send me letters or anything like that, just hit me up on my email and we'll talk later. Bye. So like I said, at the end of the day, I'm going to need y'all to understand those over here on YouTube and my other channel. You can't sit around and worry about other people. Like I said, if people gonna accept you, they're gonna accept you. If they're not, they're not. People gonna make accusations. People gonna try to do all kinds of things to you to see how much and how many ways they can break you. But like I said, if you're a person of God, you're gonna get through it because again, your spirit is strong, and God ain't gonna let you go through nothing that you can't handle. So with that being said, I am going to end this by a song that I love so dearly, and I'm probably gonna take it off after I play it. So give me a second. I'm gonna play this song because for a few reasons. Excuse me. I hate having acid reflux. I really do. Here it is. One thing I hate is about having acid reflux. But this song right here is how I'm gonna end this because I feel like, you know, it's appropriate. This the first song. So give me a second while I find the second one. Don't know when my nights became so complicated. Can't recall my mornings, everything is faded. Maybe this is karma, definition of JD. This day's on my mind, this day's on my mind. Trying to put a mother on my crazy feelings. 1 minute I'm cold and then the next I'm tripping. No, with somebody new, I swear she don't deserve it. It's still on my mind, she's still on my mind. And we build it up, just to let it wash away. Tell me, did I lace you up, just to watch you run away? Please tell me who's getting on my love, who's getting on my love. Tell me who's getting on my time. All of that used to be mine. Oh, who did you teach what I taught you? Better not give them my nickname. I don't like thinking about it. I swear that it's wearing me down. No, but tell me who's getting all of mine? Who's getting all of mine? Residuals. Who's getting all of mine? Who's getting all of mine? Residuals. Who's getting all of mine? Who's getting all of mine? Residuals. Made it clear you didn't wanna see the sequel. I was lying when I said the feeling's mutual. No. It took some time to realize how we're different people. And love is blind. I see love is blind. Can we build it up, just to let it wash away? And tell me, did I lace you up, just to watch you run away? Please tell me who's getting on my love, who's getting on my love? Tell me who's getting on my time. All of that used to be mine, baby. Who did you teach what I taught you? Better not give them my nickname. I don't like thinking about it. I swear that it's wearing me down. No, but tell me who's getting all of mine? Who's getting all of mine? Residual. Sorry, y'all. I was on mute. Some people can be replaceable. Some people cannot be replaceable. Me, I'm unreplaceable. I am irreplaceable. Nobody else like me. So at the end of the day, I love me even when nobody else does. So at the end of the day, I sit still. And right now I'm in a sitting still state where I am just sitting. Why? Because I'm not looking for anything. Whatever's meant for me will come to me. Whatever it is that God feels I deserve, I will have. But excuse me, I'm not going to sit up here, spend my whole life searching for something that doesn't belong to me. So, like I said, no matter whether I have people in my life or whether I'm alone, I'm really not alone because God is with me through every single last bit of this journey. So, I'm not definitely not alone. God was with me through this journey. God has been with me through every journey. And yeah, I may have fell off track because I let people manipulate, bamboozle, lead me astray, scam, con, whatever you want to call it. But now I realize that it's not worth leaving the path that God put me on to go be on somebody else's path or go see what everybody else is doing and being in somebody else's business. That's not how I operate. So at the end of the day, no, I don't want to do that. I'm on something completely different and I'm in a different state of my life. So no, I'm good. I am absolutely good. So I can sit back and just enjoy just sitting still for a little bit. But still doing the things that I've been doing, but whatever is meant for me is meant for me. Whoever's meant to be on my channels will be on my channels. Whoever is meant to buy whatever it is I buy, they will. But I'm not going to sit around here and worry about, oh my God, I don't have friends. Oh my God, I don't have this. Oh my God, I don't have that. I refuse to do that to myself. I refuse to go through all of that. So again, I chose to show the pictures. I chose to do whatever. But at the end of the day, God will be with me no matter what. And right now I am sitting still because God is telling me to sit still. God is telling me not to move. God is saying, you know what? No. And like I said, for all the people that hate me, you're going to hate me to the day you die, but I'm not going to hate you. I'm not having my blood pressure up high because negative people hate me for whatever reason you hate me for. You just going to continue to hate me because I really honestly don't care at this point. Not my problem. And speaking of that speaking of that song, hold on. Here it is. Not my problem. That's just not my problem. Not my problem. That's just not my problem. Niggas talking shit. Bitches talking shit is my problem. Niggas talking shit. Bitches talking shit is not my problem. My problem. That's not my problem. Problem. Not my problem. That's not my problem. Problem. My problem. That's not my problem. Problem. Not my problem. That's not my problem. That's why I cannot confide in you. Looking within, found sanctuary in my solitude. Now I got the juice, passion fruit and guava juice. Guava juice, mango juice and guava juice. Yeah, yeah. Problem, yeah, that's just not my problem. No, my problem. No, that's just not my problem. Yeah, it's like a shit. Bitches talking shit is my problem. Not mine. Not mine. No problem. My problem. That's my problem. So I'm sorry, it's not my problem. It's not. Can't change the fact that people hate you. Can't change the fact that people think what they think about you. You just got to keep moving. You got to keep doing whatever it is that you were doing and not let nobody stop you from your growth or whatever it is that you're trying to do. Because your happiness should begin and end with you and you alone. And just like they said, keep on moving. Don't stop with the hands of time. Tick tock, find your own way to stay. So just live your life. Live your life the way you choose to live your life. But live your life in a positive way. And even though you may feel some days like, why am I continuously being a godly person and all these people keep doing me wrong? Because that's just what you were born to be. You just got to embrace the fact you're just a kind-hearted person and you're a sweet person, and you're going to have negative people that just are going to try to tear you down. That's just it on that. So I wouldn't even worry about it, honestly. Just continue being the best version of yourself. Continue doing the things that you choose to do and what makes you happy. And that's it. And that's all, in all honesty, you can do. You're not going to please everybody. You're not going to make everybody happy. You're not going to, you know, at the end of the day, you can only do what is best for you. And the people that will rock with you will rock with you. The ones that don't, it ain't meant to be. If you're in a situation where you meet somebody and you're attracted to them, but they're not attracted to you, you keep going and keep doing the things you've been doing. Just say, you know what, it's nice meeting you, and keep it moving. Because those people are not meant for you anyway. So you're worried about the wrong things that just don't even matter at this point. And at the end of the day, just be the best person you can be. So, like I said, everybody has their own rocks to climb and mountains to climb and sand hills to go through and going through all kind of things. But it's not about how you fall. It's about how you rise that matters. What matters is no matter what you go through, God is with you through that whole entire journey, and you're going to get through it. And there are going to be times you're going to sit still. There are going to be times where you're not going to be doing what everybody else is doing. Your life may seem boring compared to other people, but at least you ain't going through the drama and all the chaos and all the negativity that these people that choose to be involved in the secular world is going to be dealing with. You ain't got to deal with it all. You just got to keep on moving and keep on doing what's best for you and doing what makes you as an individual happy, because that's what matters. So even though, yeah, you got all these people trying to tell you how to live your life and telling you how to be, but at the end of the day, your life is yours. And what I've learned is a lot of us have wasted so many times, so much time trying to be like everybody else and doing what everybody else is doing and not doing what makes you happy. So at the end of the day, do what you feel works for you. I'm not somebody that's going to sit up here and tell somebody. Do what works for you. Do what makes you happy. Do what you feel is something that you need to do. But at the end of the day, I'm not worried about nobody else right now. I'm not. I know I do need to look. Let me see if her album is out. I'm trying to see. I'm a support Chloe because I didn't buy Chloe Bailey's album last time, but I said I was gonna buy it this time. But I don't think it came out yet. It's tomorrow. The album comes out tomorrow, so I probably will listen to it, and then if I like it, I'll buy it. But I did not like Ice Spice album at all. I just didn't like it. This is not me. But at the end of the day, like I said, just not even worry about it. So a song that works for people out here that are basically feeling like you don't belong and you feel like you don't know exactly what to do. Hold on. And you feel like that you're being attacked and you feel like that you don't deserve to be here. For those of y'all who are trying to commit suicide, and for even the ones who have, this song is for you. It's one of my favorite songs. Every time I go through something, every time I have negative people attacking me, every time somebody comes in my life and causes chaos, anytime I'm dealing with somebody who don't accept me for who I am, this song is for y'all. I dedicate this to y'all. And this is the last song before I go to bed. So give me 1 second. Oh, baby, you stay on my brain. I smoke, kick back, and think. Sometimes a nigga be lonely. Too many bitches I ain't gotta be. So, got the crew on the way. No work, I play. Got a castle with a boat. Everybody, we gon' live it up. Hey, he talking about me, but I ain't tryna hear that right now, nah, nah. Oh, he watching me, but we still gonna have a good time right now. Let's take a trip, don't ever think about it. If you know this, let me show you how. Raise your middle finger to your problems, yeah. If you let them, they gon' bring you down. Oh, they tripping on us, but we just standing on them right now, nah, nah. Hey, they hating on us, they just mad cause the way out right now. So what they doing? On my way, let the sparks fly now. Get your mind blown. Let the good times get you back. Let the sparks fly now. We keep smiling and they wonder why we up now. So blow it in the wind. We can't let the mother niggas kill the vibe. So blow it in the wind. All that bullshit, we gon' let it ride. So fucking call and see. They don't pay enough anyway. So you might as well quit. Cause every now and then you need a break, yeah. I feel you. I'ma pour it up right now, now, now. Hey, so far through, cause they gon' have to shut us down. Let's take a trip, don't ever think about it. Hey, if you knew this, let me show you how. Raise your middle finger to your problems. If you let them, they gon' bring you down. Oh, they tripping on us, but we just standing on them right now, now, now. Hey, they hating on us, they just mad cause we way up right now. So blow it in the wind, let the sparks fly now. Let the good times get you back. Let the sparks fly now. We keep smiling and they wonder why. So blow it in the wind. We can't let the mother niggas kill the vibe. So blow it in the wind. Hey, it comes swerving left to right. You know we get to ducking when we see them lights. I catch a touch and beat it. I pop a 30 coat and got me leaning. Yeah, yeah. You know the strong don't quit. Yeah, you know shooters don't miss. Steady double cup in the fifth ice. Me and my niggas, me young, black, and rich. What's up? I got my feet up and not to see that. We just live about niggas stay looking but don't wanna see us. So we the haters to believers. Don't give a fuck. All my people, you know I see us. Like, hey, 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 yeah, I'm singing, baby, like, hey, 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 yeah. Let the sparks fly now. Let the good times get you back. Let the sparks fly now. We keep smiling and they wonder why we up now. Blow it in the wind. We can't let them other niggas get the ride. Blow it in the wind. All that bullshit, we gon' let it ride. Oh, oh, oh. That's right there. We gon' let it ride. So, yep, what better way than to leave it with that? So, for any of you that don't feel you're good enough, don't feel you're worthy enough, and don't think you belong, play that song. It'll make you feel so much better. Promise you. Just by Blowing in the Wind by Chris Brown, I promise you, you will feel a whole lot better. Because, like I said, as a godly person, it's not easy. Staying on the path of being a godly person is not easy. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of dedication, it's a lot of changing, growing, evolving, and being the best version of yourself. And most importantly, do not let negative people veer you off your path or what it is that you're meant to be on. And with that being said, I think that's it for me. So I love y'all. I appreciate it. But more than likely, I'm probably going to have to take all these songs off because they're going to say they're copywritten. So I gotta take them off. So, but like I said, everybody goes through something. There's not one person that don't go through something. So don't think you're alone. Don't think you're the only one going through it. It's just everybody goes through things differently. But the last thing you want is for somebody to end up having you in jail, drugs, alcohol, or either you unaliving somebody or somebody unaliving you. Value your life, appreciate your life because you only have one life. So at the end of the day, when it comes to choosing between the secular world and the godly world, I would choose the godly world every single time. I'm good with my boring, tranquil, peace and quiet life. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with things being boring. I'm absolutely okay with that. And after everything I've been through, I'm definitely happy with my life. So, with that being said, I think that's it for me for the day. But I wanted to do that because I was doing podcasts anyway. So I decided to go ahead and do it. Tomorrow I got 3 podcasts I gotta finish. 3. Lord have mercy. And I still got content I got to put up. I didn't realize how much content I need to actually add on YouTube. Every time I think I end up seeing something, I end up responding. But I don't think I'm gonna be doing any more response videos for a while. It's it's gonna be a minute before I do any response videos. I'm taking a break. But like I said, I'm gonna end this by this one prayer that I saw. And let me go back to it if it's still there. Yeah, it's still here. No, it's a new one. Okay. This is Philippines 12:13. For God is who worth in you both to will and to work for his good pleasure. And the one I had was for earlier today. I didn't realize that was a new one. And I got to go back and listen to that one. But you know what? Let's go ahead and listen. I'm going to go ahead and do it. And then I'm going to go.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Thompson, and I'm an Olympic swimmer from the beautiful twin island of Trinidad and Tobago. Today's verse of the day is taken from Philippians chapter 2, verse 13. Reading from the NIV version, it says, "For it is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill his good purpose." I noticed that this was the second half of a challenge starting back in verse 12, which says, "Continue to work out your salvation with fear and trembling, for it is God who works in you." Now, those phrases, work out and work in, are what stood out to me naturally as an athlete. I think a lot about the vigorous and intense training that goes into preparing for me to be my very best at competition. But what is equally as important and oftentimes overlooked is the value of those habits and practices that allow my body to be replenished, refreshed, refilled, so that I could continue to work out at my very best, to compete at my very best. In the same way, Paul is challenging us today to acknowledge that it is God who works in us. We need to be refreshed and refilled on a daily basis so that we can continue to work out and to fulfill the good purpose that God has in store for us. So let's take up that challenge today to pause with Jesus and glean from him and understand what it is that he wants to work in us so that we could continue to function at our very best and fulfill his good purpose. Have a blessed day.
And then it says, it's him in us. Hold on a minute. Oops, let me go back. Back. I'm trying to save this thing. I did a prayer earlier. I didn't realize I'm gonna have to do two today, but I guess I have to. Okay, so this says, think about it. God made you. God put you here at a specific time in history. God has a plan and a purpose for your life. Not only that, but he gave you a brain that thinks, a heart that beats, a lung that breathes. He gave you talents and abilities, hopes and desires. He gave you ears, eyes, muscles, and ligaments. And he positioned you on this planet that happens to be in the ideal position of our solar system for life to thrive. You are a part of God's plan, a mysterious, beautiful part of God's plan is that he chooses to work through his people. For God works in you, giving you these desires and the powers to do what pleases him. Philippines 2:13. Everything states that God comes from God, but we get to choose if we listen to his spirit or follow where he leads. And follow where he leads or ignore him. We get to decide if we submit to his nudge and act on his prompting or try to do it on our own. It's all God, but also he working in through his people. And just as he intended, for those of us who belong to Christ, we are filled with his spirit. We no longer slaves to sin or to this world. We're no longer incapable of following God. Instead, he gives us new dreams and desires, thoughts and powers, and the heart of compassion instead of selfishness. So, if any idea pops in your mind about blessings or encouraging someone else, don't dismiss it. If you suddenly have a burning desire to share his message, to serve others, to genuinely or to shine his love, pay attention. It's likely that the Spirit of God given you the desire and the power to do what pleases him. And then it says, thank you, God. God, thank you for being faithful. Thank you for making a way for me to know you. You are enough for me, and you make me enough. Please show me how you are at work in my life. I will choose to patiently wait on you because I know that you always finish the work you started in me. In Jesus' name, amen. So, again, a lot of y'all are sitting up here following these negative situations that just are not good at all. And that's just not a good look. It's just like what it says here. Right now, invite God into this time of prayer. Ask him to silence any distractions. Yeah, I got something for that. Hold on. And one cried unto another and said, Holy, holy, holy is Jehovah of hosts. The world, the whole earth is full of glory. And then it says, Be not therefore anxious for the morrow, for the morrow will be anxious for itself. Significant unto the day is the evil therefore. What is troubling you right now? As you bring your request to God, ask him to show you the reasons behind your worry. So, in response to that, I would say, Heavenly Father, thank you so much for me living another day, breathing another day. For everything that I have, I am completely appreciative and very thankful for. Anything additional that I get is because I earned it and because I worked hard for it, not because it's just handed to me. Please protect me, my family, and everybody I care about before something happens. at the end of the day, I am just trying to be the best version I can be. I'm not perfect. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've been through a lot, but yet I'm still standing. And because of those experiences, I have become a better person. I am no longer about the secular world and about feeding into the secular world or being a part of the secular world. I'm about your world. And as I give myself completely on to you, I rid myself of all the things that will give me temptation and make me go against your honor and go against your will. I am a godly person, and a godly person is what I intend to be. I intend to do my best to be the best version of myself that I can be. So I appreciate my child, my family, my friends, and all the people who love me, and all the new people that will be coming into my life in the near future. May I have happiness as far as a husband, being married one day, having kids, and just live my life as follows. So at the end of the day, like I said, you know, I appreciate you, Lord. I really do. I love you because you gave your life for us. So please forgive me for any sins that I've done. And for anybody in this channel, I pray for them as well. That whatever it is they're going through, may they release it and give it to God. And may God protect them from harm, being that they release all the negativity. So, with that being said, that's pretty much it. So, there's more. And I want to say in Jesus' name, amen. I probably would pray a little bit more, but that's just simply put. I have things that I worry about as far as internally, but like I said, I gotta do the work. I gotta change some things, but it's kind of hard in this country. So I'm definitely planning on going out of the country to basically get some type of treatment to find out what is going on, and hopefully I'll find some answers. But I think I'm just gonna leave it here. But I just wanted to come on here and just give a little bit of inspiration. Cause like I said, being a godly person is not easy, and it's a lot that come with it. But then again, in the mortal words of Stan Lee, when it came to Marvel and what Uncle Ben told Peter Parker before he became Spider-Man, with great power come great responsibility. And as a godly person, it's a lot of responsibility that goes into that. So I'm gonna do this prayer, and then I'm gonna actually write down this prayer, and then I'm gonna go to bed and get some sleep. But I thank y'all for joining me for this episode. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification button to receive notifications of my videos. I appreciate y'all. Without y'all, there is no me. I'd be nothing without y'all. And we will talk a little bit later. Bye. Oh, and one more thing. For those of y'all who, like I said, I'm very sure I will not be surprised. I'm not going back and forth with nobody. This content is copywritten. This content is not to be put on other people's platforms because it's not. This ain't the same as it was before. So, with that being said, I'm going to get some sleep and we will talk next time. But, like I said, at the end of the day, negativity don't stop, unfortunately. So, just got to continue to just move. Okay. So, with that being said, I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.